than the NTSC release.
Oh, someone's going.
Here we go. All right.
Only one of them, though.
So, first room, you gotta put out the candles. Seems
you're
easy.
going in the right door.
Arch going right to left, where Andy doing the more optimal strat of staying in the middle and getting the two. Okay, here we go.
Alright, first room with ghosts.
Oh yeah.
First room done.
All you're doing is killing those 3 ghosts. Just do it fast. You have to shine them first, and then you use the vacuum to catch them. The closer you are, the longer they're stunned. And then you pull back on the... Yeah, you can tell how good the capture is by listening to it. Obviously, you can only hear one runner. But you hear how it ramps up in sound, and then it kind of gets to like a peak. You want to just like stay at that peak. Oh, he missed the double, of course. And see if Archie gets it. A little slow, but he got it. Okay. Goes for the double there. The gold ghost was way too far away to get it for Arch. And he's a little bit ahead. You don't want to get the double here, actually. You want to catch them both individually, and then it causes this cycle to occur sooner. Something we didn't realize at the beginning when we were running this game. Just always thought, get all the doubles you can. And it's normally that way, except that one double at the very beginning.
There are 2 orange ghosts in wardrobe room, and only one of them activates the next cycle of ghosts, or the next wave. So you want to suck up that one first, and then suck up the one in the wardrobe after, in between waves.
So only one gold ghost activates the cycle.
Yeah, the one in the wardrobe you can collect at any point. It doesn't count towards the waves of ghosts.
One small thing, if you are going through a double door, like that one that Andy just went through, you always want to go through the left, whatever one's left to Luigi, because he opens it like a second faster. Alright, Nigel.
First portrait ghost.
I mean, whatever his name is. Normal. That is pretty good. You want to be close to the chest when it spawns. Anytime you can minimize walking from to and from the chest, and from grabbing the key to the door. Of course, none of these pearls matter. This is out of bounds. 100% you'd want to grab all the pearls.
This game has a lot of money, but for this category we don't really care about any of it.
In fact, the less money you grab in this category, the more time you can save in between areas. Oh, interesting. He brings them to the left side. Most riders are going to do what Andy does and just keep her behind the... Sure. Yeah. There we go. Pretty close.
It can be a strange portrait ghost to suck up. She likes to fly above your head and mess around.
When you get her, you feel like it's easy, and then when you struggle with her and you get like the stutters and the capture, you're like, what? What just happened?
Yeah. Also, that room likes to lag a bit when lightning strikes. So
very much so. If you're playing on a loader, if you're playing this game on an SD card or a USB device, it is a totally different experience. Especially if you're used to playing on the official hardware. The game feels like it's on hyperdrive.
Yeah. Hopefully, no one's doing that during this the tournament. That would be cheating.
Yes, no USB loader allowed. We can tell.
So this is the first boss fight ghost, called Chansey.
This fight looks simple, but it's pretty technical.
Yeah, lots of small details in this fight, which I'm not sure if runners are going to actually go for, but you can do some interesting things.
If they do it, I'll point it out. But you definitely don't want to get hit by these first two horses. Okay.
Archangel going for an old school strat.
Now you can catch this ball midair, see if Andy gets it. He missed it too, so you can catch that ball right as it's coming at you. You just have to have the right angle. And very good, he let go before 50, and Andy let go after 50. So we'll get to see the two different cycles that occur.
Yeah.
Now you can save. Yeah, is it even worth mentioning? You can save like a frame here if you let Chauncey like stomp on you in the right way. He missed. They both missed it. But you can actually have Chauncey like get pushed a little bit. Now, if you get hit by this blast, anyway, neither of them are setting up the optimal strat, but that's okay. It's difficult, but Andy's doing something like it where you get hit, then you knock on the crib and it extends your. Oh no, he missed the cycle.
Missing the 2 cycle.
That's really unfortunate.
Well, looks like it's time to switch the audio. So yeah, you cannot 1 cycle Chauncey, but the best you can get is a 2 cycle. Unfortunately, Archangel missed the 2 cycle by just a bit. But with that fight, Area 1 is now concluded.
There we go. Now, normally you don't have to worry about dying, but he is playing English, so he's going to be taking double damage, Archangel is, as he goes through the mansion, where Andy has the luxury of just being able to tank so much damage, you basically don't have to worry about dying. But especially in Area 4, where it's really spaced out and there's things that do 40 damage, such as the ice stalactites that are on the ceiling in Weston's room.
And also in the final Bowser fight, Bowser can do a combo, which I believe does 60 damage in the English version, which is pretty brutal.
Yeah, that's pretty funny that they decided that was okay. If he sucks you up and then spits you out, you always get the wombo combo. Don't let him suck you up.
So yeah, on to Area 2.
Area 2 is where the run starts to pick up on strategies. Where Area 1 is very skill-based and you're really just, you know, trying to do like all the optimal movement. Area 2 has some more finesse with the way now you gotta start searching for booze, and you're gonna get elements that you can use to improve your movement. So the run becomes more technical.
Yeah. So we can see Andy doing the Shy Guys right now. These Shy Guys are pretty difficult to do fast. You want to get them in doubles, but before you can start them up, you have to take their masks off by sucking on them with the vacuum. And the masks work in kind of weird ways, so it's not always the easiest thing to get the doubles. You see he missed that last one there, but overall pretty easy.
You really have to line up your shine, otherwise you'll miss them. And even when you line it up, sometimes you'll go back too quickly and you'll miss it.
Yeah,
it does not get early release. Yeah. Early release just means that ghost pops his heart 10 seconds or so sooner.
Yeah, for some reason there's a 50% chance that the floating Wallenders will show their heart 10 seconds early, and it's just completely random.
Truly random.
Fortunately, Archangel isn't doing too good on these Shy Guys doubles right now.
Now he's gonna go for the poster skip here. Got it. There's a poster on the other side of the room that you have to take off the wall. Waste a second, but if you go through the wall, you can take it off before the nice double, before the run changes, like it is right now.
Yeah. So in a second you'll see there's a button on the wall. Normally there would be a poster, but he sucked it off through the wall.
You can also press that button really far away.
Yeah.
Hint, hint. Alright, yeah, you see how close? You can actually press that really far away. Doesn't get early release, so neither runner has good luck early here.
Worst RNG
Stays on. Alright, get this one cycle, and Arch can... I'd say Arch is definitely still in this race. There he goes. Very good.
Yeah, he was ahead for a while. So, Andy just released the boos, which are a massive part of this run. We've got to suck up 40 boos over the course of the next hour in order to fight King Boo at the end.
Your first threshold is 20 to get into Boo Losses, but there's plenty before then. It's not like something you have to really manage. It's just by the time you get to Boo Losses, you will have 20. You'll have 21, I believe.
Yeah.
I always want to make sure you don't go back into the wrong mansion, because you're not saving, so that means you're kind of like...
Yeah. So we'll see if Andy goes for the tech skip here. He's setting up for it.
Interesting setup. Most runners will set it up on the other side. You always check that thing first, that nightstand. Yeah, but just reward already. If the Boo's under the... So the Boo can be in 5 or 6 different places in there, and if he's under that tablecloth, you can't skip this text that is occurring. So that's like the biggest... I'd say that's the biggest time save, like luck, right there in the beginning. And then these other ones, if your reads are okay, you can negate or mitigate your time loss. But that first one really, that text skip's huge.
Yeah, the very first Boo you suck up, EGAD will give you like 10 seconds of text to mash through. So it's always nice to skip that first text, but unfortunately it's RNG based, whether you get good luck.
Now, I'm not sure if Archangel has a setup for the text skip. We'll see.
Yeah.
Be even more crucial to nail it on English, because there's more mashing, I'm assuming, in that cutscene. These boxes can be a little annoying if you're not standing in the right spot.
Yeah. Not going for tech skip, but it actually paid off because the Boo was under the tablecloth.
There you go. So, I mean, both runners got that RNG. What are the odds? It seems like he is there most of the time if he is under the... If there's a hump there, there's a good chance that's the Boo. It seems like rare that it's a bomb instead.
Yeah.
But then again, it's all luck, so who knows?
This game is all luck.
The meta is just to check if he's there. I mean, unless you're behind. This area does have... This game's really lacking in a speedrunning aspect, is there's not a lot of risk you can really do. There's not a lot of risky things you can do to like suddenly come back in your run or save time.
Yeah.
You're very momentum based, like going into your run like head on. Like there's a Boo double you can do to get Boos 4 and 5 there that obviously neither runner went for because it's really risky. But that's like a little thing. There's like a small setup you can do with Bogmire that could save time. It usually doesn't. So it's a very, very interesting area for running. So I think it kind of make or breaks your pace right away.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that every boost one is RNG, but that's just how it is.
The more you play, the better you get used to how the boos behave and where they go and those sort of things.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's not like you get bad RNG and you lose this amount of time. It's you have to manage it, and as you get better at the game, you'll manage the bad RNG better, and you'll lose less time overall as you get better at the game.
So there is another skip you can do here with the fire medallion, where you spawn this boo, open up the chest, and now he's gonna try to catch it without touching the medallion. Oh, got it. Fortunate, he didn't. Very good.
Yeah.
And now
So
you
what
gotta
are
make
you
sure you
doing
save. There we go.
Yeah,
You
doing a
save and
save
quit.
one.
And that skips the text. And now he has fire. And you know you didn't screw it up if you got 6, but it's really hard to screw up, like, the saving. As long as you save, like, I've never had a save get corrupt in this game and, like, not load or not be saved as long as you saved. But I have had my audio crash. The GameCube's audio will actually crash if you do it too fast. Or Wii. Of course, I'm myself more prone to audio glitches than other runners for whatever reason. Anyway, we gotta get these butlers' candles lit, so he's like in-game timer. If that was like optimal or fast, he would have gotten to that corner before the butler rounded back around.
Yeah.
So it is a little bit of a tester for you right there to see just how quickly you can.
Yeah, that is another nice thing about the fire save warp is that, as well as skipping the fire medallion text, so resets Butler's cycle to always give you a good position if you're fast.
That's right, yeah. The save and quit makes his position the same every time. Or if you don't save and quit, it's basically random.
Archangel missing the fire tech skip. Just
that's rough.
But down here across the roof.
It, like, it's very easy to miss.
Yeah, if you're good at it, you should be pretty much 100% consistent, but sometimes if you're not on your game, then stuff like that can happen. Like, one small mistake can get magnified in
Sometimes you just panic, and then one thing leads to another, and then you grab the emerald on accident, or you... There's ways to mess it up.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. Grab the medallion after you catch the boo, but doing that requires some Oh no, he doesn't get the tech skip. He gets the American tech skip, or what it would look like in the American version if you tried to do that.
Yeah, so what Andy tried to do there was suck up the boo while going through the mouse hole, and that will skip the text, but unfortunately he was just a little too late to the mouse hole. But hopefully he gets the second one, because you do get 2 tries at it. Interesting backup double there.
This room isn't required, the one that Andy's in, but it has a really low HP boo, and you'll see that that is pretty low HP compared to the ones later in the run.
Yeah, and he does get the tech skip that time.
You can get a tech skip off of those paper towels or whatever on the wall there, but it is pretty difficult to set up because you have to angle your vacuum upwards as you're catching the boo and be in the right spot and set. It's insane. It's one of the most insane tricks you could.
Yeah, definitely one of the hardest things, but it's not very high risk, so a lot of people will just go for it.
Right. I'm not saying it's risky. I'm just saying it's it's tricky to set up because I don't know
Yeah, it is tricky.
the table cloths are very easy to see, where that thing is not. It's like not easy to tell if you have it set up or not.
Yeah.
And then angling it at the right time is, I find it challenging. I don't think I've ever got it, so.
Yeah, I've only gotten it a handful of times.
So there's 2 songs she plays. Got the water.
Very important detail.
That menu might seem like something like, oh no, we're playing in Japanese. But it's the first one every time if it's water, and it's the third one from Mario Brothers 3 that has a 3 in it. So, like, if you can't figure that out, then just stick to English.
Yeah.
It's like the only menu besides the Hidden Mansion menu.
Andy having some
Archangel,
trouble finding the
having a little trouble finding this boo. There he is. There's a few different places you can be, and depending on where you are, your boudar is basically useless.
Yeah.
You're just guessing. Andy had to do a little walking around in this room. You want him to just be where he was, or where he ultimately ended up finding him, but ooh, luck. Arch went 2 rooms away, so this room completely reset on him. He needs the boo in here, and he needs the hat. Hope he grabbed the hat.
Alright, Andy just walking straight past Mr. Lux because we do not need him for anything.
Gets that. Oh, that looks so good. That double's annoying.
I guess we haven't really explained R pumping. So, you'll see that when they suck up the boos, they have a trick to keep the boos in place instead of having them fly around. So the way boos work is that basically every time your vacuum latches onto the boo will stay in place for 10 HP. And so we can keep quickly putting away the vacuum and taking it out to refresh that 10 HP and keep them in place. A very important trick we use in this game because there are a lot of boos we have to suck up.
And that was a good setup on Mr. Bones to get the dog's heart to spawn it early. Pretty easy to do, but if you're not paying attention, might waste a moment there. And then, nice double.
Yeah.
I swear the stuns with the skeleton ghosts are like super long.
Yeah, it
Don't try that
technically
with
is
another ghost.
possible. Yeah, it is possible to get all 3 of those skeletons in one go, but it's not faster.
Yeah, there's no way it's faster. So you just want that double on the top, and there's a way to set it up based on how you spawn them. That's easy to mess up if you don't do the right movement, or don't spawn them in the correct side of the gravestone. Archangel searching through every instrument in this entire room to find this.
The cool feat in this race. They just want to play the music.
The Mario theme is very iconic.
Yeah. So Andy is now at Bogmai, which is the Area 2 boss, and if he does this well, it should be over pretty quickly. We'll see how he does on the yeah. Bit of a sketchy one cycle, but one cycle nonetheless.
Having a little trouble opening this fridge. You don't want to open it with your by tapping it, because that'll happen. You just got impatient there and decided just to stand next to it. The timing of how things activate based on Luigi's vacuum use on them is a little weird to get used to. especially when you're trying to dodge something while you're trying to activate it. So Andy definitely has a considerable lead here. I'd say at this point, realistically, Boolossus might be the only thing to give Archangel a chance. I know that's a really long time away. That's like 20 minutes or so. But
Yeah.
There's a chance that Boolossus can cost you a lot of time, even if you're prepared.
Yeah. You could still get Crown Theft, Forehead.
There's still a lot of Boo RNG and those sort of things as well.
Yeah, the thing with this game is that there aren't many places where you can lose massive chunks of time in one go. There's normally sort of bleeding time across the run.
There's still nuance to the movement in the mansions when you're just walking around, but it is a little bit difficult to lose time just walking around, just knowing where to go. You want to fall down that well. Don't walk down the ladder. Just use your element and fall down.
Ladders are slow. Luigi doesn't need his knees intact. Who would have guessed Mario is trapped in a painting?
Who's that? You just come down here to get that key. I don't know what that cutscene's all about. Do need that letter as well. Using water here to skip opening the flashlight and spawning the ghost. It's helping you out a lot. But you don't want to overuse it, because you need it to douse this door here. And if you run out, you have to walk all the way back to the fountain. So it does not look like it's going to happen. It's more likely to occur in 100%. Walk to the left to get the shot, you know. A little out of the way, but gets nice setup. And it gets the mouse spawn. That doesn't matter in this category. Drops a mill though. It's pretty important in 1000%, 100%, 1000%. You know, 100% runs in a row. Okay, and Arch is just finishing Bogmire, so a couple minutes difference, but like I said, there's the Area 3 boss is can be a doozy.
Yeah, I think there's about 3.5 minutes difference right now.
Oh, that was definitely a risk there. I usually only check that left drawer after he moves. He loves there, but just go for the ice and check all that stuff on the right side, I think is the meta. You can also get a tech skip off of this that sheet right there. Good luck with that. So it's another one that I feel is more tricky to set up than most.
Yeah, pretty much anywhere that there's a sheet or a tablecloth or a poster or something, you can technically do a tech skip, but most of them are pretty tricky to actually do.
Like I'd say the one in Lydia's room is pretty easy, and the one in the besides that, they go up in difficulty.
Yeah. Then there are other kinds of tech skips, like sucking up 2 boos at once will skip one of the techs. But you won't see any of that.
Right, it technically skips one of the techs. There's gem skips as well, where every time a chest spawns, the game pauses and looks at it, and you can't do anything. So you can combine that in other categories with other actions like grabbing a gem, picking up a hat. You can do that in this category, or picking up a key.
Yeah, there's a lot of multitasking Like right now, you see Andy is fucking on the boo and getting the key at the same time.
Good RNG there. The boo was right in that table. It's a wide room, so if he's not in that table, it's like, okay, do I search for the loom on the left side or the furniture on the right?
Yeah, Nana's room is one of the worst rooms to get bad RNG in. It's just a really big room. Even though there are only 4 spaces that you can hide, it's still a pain to walk across the whole room.
Most hectic hallway in the entire game.
Going for some doubles and maybe a triple in Astral.
I doubt he's going to go for the triple, yeah. So not this cycle, but the next one, there's 3 ghosts, and there is a triple setup.
Yeah, no triple.
This is what most do, yeah.
Ooh, interesting drop. That was unfortunate.
That was really unfortunate. Oh my. Okay,
Oh.
so
Oh,
a little time lost here for sure. Oh, okay. That's not good.
Some time Archangel can make up there, I guess.
Interesting.
So that was very unfortunate. He got hit by the fire from the boo bomb at the same time as he knocked, and then the fire didn't actually activate until after the boo spawned, so he couldn't do anything. So the boo has gone all the way to Anteroom, so he's going to have to go get that during, well, when he goes to get the twins. Or get a different boo, but I imagine he'll just get it in Anteroom.
Moonshot's easy.
I see Archangel sucked up the golden mouse for some reason.
He has an interesting way of doing the room. He like kills the ghosts on the bottom first, and then he goes up after it's already lit. Oh, Boo's right there. There's still the chance Archangel misses the Astro Room Boo, so it's not necessarily a... He hasn't gained the time yet. And I'm interested to see what Andy decides to do. I'm assuming he's... Because I don't think you actually need it. You can get up to 20. But I'm assuming he's just going to go into the ante-room and go get it. In a little while, in a bit.
Yeah, well the thing is it's still at 100 HP, so it probably could be faster to get it before Blackout, but it wouldn't be a massive difference either way.
Right.
If he was at like 10 HP or something, then it would definitely be faster to get it now.
It's up to him. Does he want to get it out of the way, or just take the L and go get it later? You can't see these guys, but it's no problem. It's pretty easy to get the... They're just the same as the other doubles you get with the Grabby Ghost. Just use the C-stick to shake them off you. This triple can be tricky at first, but you just line up your shot and you're good. Yeah, I like how he does it. Good luck. Arch is having trouble finding the boo in this room, which is rough. Having to go corner to corner to find the boo.
Yeah, Andy is going to enter now to get that rogue boo.
Here, yeah, here he goes.
Andy is pretty low on fire right now, so hopefully he can get a refill in Neville's room.
And you can see, even with the boost strat, they can get away. So it's not like the boost strat makes it like, oh, now it's just, you know, free to catch boos. Like, they can still definitely get away.
Yeah.
Very nice there. You want to take advantage of grabbing that fire from the fireplace if you can.
Yeah, it's always nice to have element because you can use it to do both flashlight skips and also vacuum cancels, which are basically to skip small animations. And they only save like half a second each time you do it, but over time it definitely adds up.
Well, so considering you do 4 right after you grab that fire, because you did 1 to enter this room, now he's going to do another one right here.
Yeah.
If he remembers, he missed it. But I have to like remember to do it there, because you're like mashing the text and you don't think you have to do a fire skip. There's another one. So you do like you do like 3 right away, so it is pretty nice.
Yeah.
From that fireplace. And they're in random spots, but you just use your vacuum to check. You cheat. And Astrorum Boo has been captured by Arch without any difficulty. So there's a little bit of redemption.
Yeah, not the 3.5 minutes, but we're getting there.
Not at all. But there's still Boo losses.
There's always Boo losses. Until you get past the losses.
And then who knows what happens in Area 4. There is a text skip coming up next room. Let's see if Andy gets it. It's pretty standard, but there's occasions where you'll miss it.
Looks like
and then
might
yeah, he didn't suck it off enough.
Yeah.
Not even close to enough.
Damn.
It's not gonna work. Yeah, it has to be, from my experience, at least halfway off for it to start entering your vacuum after the boo catch. So rip.
And that text skip saves more time than most other text skips because Lydia's room is super laggy, so the text takes.
Yeah, you can't avoid the lag when you're in the room doing things.
Yeah. Now Andy is on to the most exciting part of the run, 1.5 minutes of mashing through text.
It seems mundane, but there is some nuance to it, of course. Like, there is even walking through the mansion. You can look at his text box and listen to the game audio to tell how quickly and how efficiently he's doing it. So for me, if the oboe starts to come in, that's like, okay, you kind of started to take too long. Like, ready? Like, you can get it like a little faster than that. If you're looking, you can look at his text box, and there's different types of scrolling text in this game. There's like the one line of text, then there's scrolling text like that, and then there's, you know, ending a text line with that triangle. And if you're just looking for that triangle, you make sure that, you know, you're putting in some kind of input every time you feel that triangle or see that triangle coming. That can be a way of visually telling whether or not you're mashing well. Mashing while it's monotonous can have its saving capacity. You're also going to give yourself carpal tunnel, so decide whether or not your run is worth it before you go super ham on it.
Mashing. Yeah, I never noticed how sporadic the text boxes game are until like the other day, because like every other line it switches between scrolling and
It's
the other
constantly
type.
switching from scrolling to the ending line. It's weird. If it could all just be like Jarvis, which we don't see in this run, but his text is super crispy to click through. It's no problem.
Yeah, Bulossus' text is like that as well before
Yeah,
the
boop,
fight.
boop, 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 done. So, speaking of Bulossus,
Ooh.
ooh baby, it's time. Now he's gonna have to grab ice.
Yeah, a small detail that is easy to forget on your first runs is that you have to grab ice interior on your way up to Bulossus. Otherwise, you have to go all the way back down to re-grab it, which loses like 30 seconds at least.
Don't forget ice here. Don't forget fire going into astral. Don't run out of water going up the stairs to the tea room. Pretty important. Safari room. You have to activate the middle head. Only the middle one does anything. Nice. Can do it even faster than that. These have a weird property where you have to use the ice on them, but yeah, right there he got it. Like, there's a way to like remove their ice property and be able to shine them without freezing them where they like stay in space, and he just did it again there. So that was pretty good.
Yeah,
My
you got a very nice double there.
I'd be happy with that.
It slipped on the banana.
Ah, of course, of course.
Yeah. So that double is actually one of the more technical ones in the run. So you want to ice the Pounder Ghost, or Twirl, or whatever his name is, and then push the Garbage Ghost towards him, because the Garbage Ghost doesn't hurt you when you walk into it for some reason. So you can just kind of push them around, and that helps with setting up this double. Which he did pretty well there.
Yeah, for some reason the Garbage Ghosts don't knock you back.
Yeah.
Never thought about that. I've always just kind of accepted it. Like, yeah, of course they don't. They're garbage. They're garbage.
I also noticed the other day that Bogmai also doesn't hurt you if you walk into him, but you can't push him about.
Well, that's because he's sending his minions out at you, and they hurt you. You know.
Yeah, I just never tried walking into Bogmai before. It just surprised me.
I mean, why? Why would you? All right, so worst boss in the game. Even if you practice this, there's a chance that you can just totally fail it.
Yeah.
And when you totally fail this, the time loss is much greater than the other three bosses.
Yeah.
So this is a huge moment right now. He's playing the Japanese version, so the music cuts out. Nice tech skip by Archangel, by the way.
Yeah, that was nice.
And if the music cuts out, it's silent and spooky.
So, Andy's gonna try to...
That ice is in a terrible spot.
Oh no.
Is it out of bounds? It is gone. And it's gone. And we have...
There's always Bulossus.
We have Bulossus, ladies and gentlemen. Bulossus is crazy. He's gonna go the other side and try to get that ice. Because ice spawns from both unicorns. But it just kind of
unfortunate.
Goes where it wants. Oh my god. He's gonna get the medium blue or the large... Oh, that thing is still massive. Okay.
At least it's not middle face.
Could walk to the other side. This is backup city right now.
So what you want to try to do normally is shoot all of the boos with one single ice ball. But unfortunately Andy got terrible RNG. The ice ball, or the ice element was out of bounds, couldn't grab it, and everything went downhill from there. We'll see how he recovers this.
He's gonna try to do it from the other side now. And it kinda didn't work. Being in this position myself many times, it is not fun. You feel great when you one cycle this boss, because it is not fun to be stuck like this. Because right now he's in a position where these guys aren't going to charge him like that every time. They're not as aggressive in this state. Now I think he has enough down where they're going to be, like, the camera zooms in and he's going to be able to lure them a little easier. Right now they're just in a way that you just can't.
Yeah. So Colossus, the AI, has 3 different phases. So the first one is just like where they just sort of float around and don't really care. The second one is super trolly and they won't attack you, but they'll be really good at dodging your ice at the same time. And then this final AI, they're super aggressive, so you can kind of lure them into your ice. So you see he got those last few without too much trouble.
Kept his composure. Beat the boss. That's all you can ask. Now, Archangel got the Astro Room Boo, which Andy missed. If he can get the one cycle on that Andy missed, then we have a race. Again.
Yeah.
Andy's been in the lead for better part of 30 minutes. More like 35 minutes. Plus. So,
Yeah.
I would love to see this one cycle.
It would be nice. Definitely still a big gap between them, but, you know, that was a pretty big time loss Andy just had.
Yeah, still hasn't even made it to the boss. Doing the Safari Room. Doing a good job of the Safari Room. This double, though, if you're not ready for it, which it doesn't look like he was ready for it, you're gonna miss it.
Slipping on the banana as well.
So,
Yeah, unfortunate.
definitely losing time here to Andy.
Oh. This isn't
Yikes.
very
And this is why you want to learn that last cycle, because this gets really messy.
any day now.
Might even consider start using the ice, bro. Just ice him.
There we go.
Got him.
Okay, so Andy is heading towards the blackout part of the game, where there is a blackout, and lots of ghosts spawn. Or lots of ghosts should spawn, but we don't want them to spawn, so we don't let them.
And that's why he switched to sidestep. I wasn't paying attention when he did it. There's a few moments you have to switch to sidestep where it won't lose you time.
Yeah, for pretty much the whole run we want to be using the standard controls, but for this one specific part, sidestep is really useful. Okay, Archangel coming up to boot us now. We'll see how he does.
Here comes the
this
one
time.
cycle. I'm feeling it.
I'm ready.
Break this race wide open. And Andy doing a good job using the sidestep controls here to not get scared by all these ghosts that you're not seeing because he's using the sidestep controls.
Got a very fast Grimmy as well.
That was.
Anyway, we're paying attention to Bogmire, not Bogmire,
Here we
Colossus
go.
right now.
Colossus
Okay,
goes
here we
to the
go.
right, takes
it
out
gonna
his
be?
vacuum. Ice is right there, gets the pop.
This is it.
This has to be it.
Type in the chat.
This is the only chance he has. Aim up, shoot.
Ah, it was
Ah.
close. He tried his best.
He did.
That's all we can ask for.
He knows what to do. Got the medium boo, which is not ideal.
Yeah, this is the trolley AI we were talking about. You see, these boos really do not want to attack, but they also do not want to be attacked.
So you either have to get good or get lucky that they attack you. Because you can shoot shoot them with your ice, but it's so hard. You might as well not go for it because you're just gonna scare them away. I believe the breaker room boo there is optimal for out of bounds, but most runners don't go for it because has 200 health in the room that Andy was just in, and it's hard to get in one room.
Yeah, I believe breaker boo optimally saves about 8 seconds on competitive angle boo, so some top runners will go for breaker boo. But the reason breaker is so difficult is because normally you can only suck up 150 HP off of boos in one cycle, so you have to do some crazy stuff to get the extra 50 HP. But it is possible.
To get breaker in one cycle, you essentially spawn him, go to the bottom right corner of the room facing downwards, and then he charges you, and then you turn around right before he hits you, and then walk him all the way to the left, and then when he's at about like little less 150, you start doing your cycles. But it's a little different than just standing there and holding L and letting go of R. You have to like pull him back too, and doing that without causing a quote-unquote double cackle is not something that just happens. Like, it takes a lot of practice. And a double cackle, I guess, I don't think we mentioned that, is when you're catching a boo, every time you do your pump, you can hear him cackle. And that, if he does just like the one normal cackle and like the audio doesn't play twice, then you know that you're gonna get your full HP out of each pump. But if he makes a double cackle noise, there's a chance that you just lost a cycle. So he double cackles once, now you can only get 140 HP, twice 130. There's times where that's not exactly true. Like catching these 300s in the attic, I've noticed they will double cackle, but you can still get them pretty easily. Of course, these rooms are a lot larger. We don't need to get this room, walk right past it. Clockwork Nights, though.
Yeah, because when a boo cackles 15 times, after the 15th cackle it will just leap. There's nothing you can do about it. Which is why normally we can only get 150 HP off.
Archangel's Boolos' fight still felt shorter than Andy's.
Yeah, not by too much though. Every little bit matters.
However, the Safari room before that probably negates any potential time save in that regard.
Probably lost time overall.
So up here we will not be doing my strategy. We're just going to fire them up.
You don't know that.
Don't mess around. There we go. Nice and easy. No reason to catch all 6 at once. Not necessary. And then you get these 2. I like how he's walking him over to the ladder. If you go too far, they will despawn, so you have to, catch them at some point.
Yeah.
Cool. Good roof.
Yeah, just grabbing some fire to be safe.
Why not?
We're gonna need it for some strats in Omri.
You're ahead by 3 minutes. Get some fire. Coming up is the most technical room in the area, in my opinion, because it's really laggy. There's a million things you have to do, and doing them all in succession without hitting yourself, exiting the room, or getting scared, or just doing this is so hard to do optimally. That was pretty optimal. He's definitely got the right idea. Like, you use the fire on the gold ghost.
Yeah, we'll see if he goes for a triple. Looks like he is.
Oh, I hate that chest, man. It never opens. It's the hardest chest to open in the game.
Not quite a triple, but it didn't really lose time from it. Just burnt the other guy.
It was fine. This boo is 150 HP, so now we'll get to see the double cackle if it happens, and we'll be able to tell if it's going to get away before it even gets away. Good charge.
Like a double cackle.
That is a double cackle.
We'll see what happens. Ooh, going up into Jarvis.
Yeah, you could even see it. There was one double cackle, so at about, you know, near 10 HP, which is, you know, that's one cycle. He started to fly away. Thankfully, he flew. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
There we go.
Luckily, he flew straight back in, though. Sometimes...
Right, oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna say, if he flew into the hallway.
Yeah, sometimes if you let these boos escape, they can fly lots of rooms and lead you on wild goose chases.
Saving and quitting, of course. So you don't have to use the mirror there, because normally you have to suck the mirror off the, take the cloth off the mirror to then take a picture, but you can just save and quit and get right back.
Yeah, saving and quitting is something we don't really use in the run until Area 4, and then we do it like 3 times in Area 4.
Oof. Archangel letting the pipe room boo get away, which can happen.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that can activate in this room and spawn a poison mushroom, or you can double cackle him and not be in the right spot, or he just like flies behind the fence or something. Pipe room we don't even light up. There's a boo in here, but he has 300 HP. You can catch him in one room, but it still takes mad long. It's still faster to go for Van Gore's boo, so that'll be the last one he gets.
Yeah, just 2 more boos to get. So Andy going on to Weston's room, which is probably the hardest normal portrait ghost in this category.
He's famous for not letting you one cycle.
Yeah. We'll see if he lives up to that reputation. He sure does.
That was a good pattern too. But he was really aggressive with the cap, so he got away. He was like, if he just laid off a little bit, doesn't really. Honestly, the time loss is not that big of a deal, but the real backbreakers, if you're doing hundo and that happened, that would be bad. But this is no out of bounds, so just wreck him. This 150 is pretty important.
Ooh. Not a good place to
save and quit off him, so that only really, you know, saves you time if he gets him. He can do this if he gets the finesse. No, well, you can walk him a little bit if you get a double cackle and, you know, save yourself. But that bonk was not the end of the world. He could have recovered that.
Yeah.
And this room's not lit up, so he's got to lure him back. And okay, this is what happens.
Stuck up these in dark rooms, so you gotta lure them back into light rooms. Another save and quit here, just to avoid having to walk back up.
That's a good save and quit, because going back through the dust room definitely slows you down.
Yeah.
And if you go in, so he was in a dark room, and then he entered the lit hallway, but if you hold R, you'll take your vacuum out right away. Something I forget to do all the time, and he just remembered to do, so you get the fire in the hallway.
Yeah, just a small time save.
Yeah, anytime you can stop Luigi from stopping himself, like keep him going from just standing there and taking something out or doing something, you want to do that.
Yeah, as I said, there's a lot of multitasking, so you want to have your vacuum pulled out a lot, so it's nice to skip the little animation whenever you can. So, Andy coming up to the end of the run almost. The final portrait ghost of the King Boo, Vanguard. So Vanguard is going to spawn a bunch of triple ghosts we fought throughout the run, and Andy is going to try his best to suck them all up in quick succession.
They all have slightly different hitboxes, especially the Shy Guys and the Grabby Ghosts, and the Ceiling Ghosts. It can be a little tricky to get the triples. The blue twirlers, the big ones, the big blue guys, they can, you can see how they sort of move kind of sporadically around you, and there's a chance that their streams can get twisted, and then you, or this happens. You don't get the triple. But if the streams get twisted, they'll break off. Yeah, you can see they drag Luigi around.
Yeah. Archangel having a bit of trouble with Armory, but...
Armory Room, what a shocker. Armory Room is challenging.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, even if you know what you're doing, you just feel like you're losing a ton of time always. My feeling here is he's just going, each ghost, getting them one at a time. That's the whole strat.
Yeah, whatever works. A very nice garbage ghost triple from Andy.
And it is faster to catch these guys with the vacuum, but it's way easier just to use the fire here by the bombs, and then they just die. I mean, it saves like a second to capture them with the... Well, not a second, but... You just use the fire on them. There's just no reason to go for that little thing at the very end of the fight. It's just, I don't know. Well, but it is a little risky thing you can do. There's not a lot.
Not sure what Archangel is doing.
He forgot to... Did he save? If he forgot to save, then he's got to use his mirror.
Armory went into Jarvis and then he just didn't get him.
Oh. Well, we'll just gentleman it, you know, we'll just say he got it.
Yeah. Tell King Boo to let him pass.
You can finish the run with 39 boos, right? And you can hear the double cackles there. That was a really good example of a double cackle, and the reason it was happening there is because the boo was like too high. If the boos get too high, they just start to double cackle all over the place. Or if they get between an object, or they love the double cackle. It's their favorite thing to do.
There's a ton of things that can cause double cackles. It's just a lot of things that you have to get used to in the game more. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Archangel does to recover from having a missing boo.
Recover the boo.
So Andy is now heading down to King.
I mean, he did light this room up, so he could get the pipe room boo.
That's true. Maybe that's what he's planning.
Yeah, just catch a boo that has twice the HP.
That is what he's doing.
Alright. Let's go. You can get this guy in one room.
Yeah,
But
doesn't look like
he's wasting his cackles. You like get him to the wall, and then you do your pump. Then you let him go to the other wall. Then you do your pump on like the others. It takes a lot of practice, but it's really cool when you get it. Oh, what's he
grabbing a gem for fun? Why not?
There's a glitch you can do with that gem, but he like got too excited trying to do it and just picked it up. Oh my god, he's hit by a fucking... That hurts. That's 40 damage if you get hit by one of those spikes. They're called ice stalactites. Those hurt. He's gotta go get some. He's gonna go get some health. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't want to die.
Especially since he didn't do the save warp in Armory, so the last time he saved would have been fire, I think. Anyway, Andy is.
Oh, I guess you gotta do this at some point too.
Okay, so you can get King Boo in 2 cycles.
Yes.
It's pretty tough, but we will see how he does.
The trick is to do 250 damage in the first cycle or more, and that makes it a little easier. You can still get him at like 260 or so, but it's a little. You got to get a good second cycle. And the first cycle, you're not auto locked onto him, so you really got to be like aggressive in the first cycle. He's in a really weird spot because he let Bowser walk, so this is awkward that he's right next to the pillar.
Okay, he managed that really well though.
He really did. That was great.
I definitely thought he was going to bonk on the Boo like 10 times during that sucker, but he didn't. That's all that matters.
Here he comes.
See if he can close out this 2 cycle.
All the way over here. This is quite the unorthodox 2 cycle. Good setup. Oh no, he lost just a moment. Oh my god, he got it.
Rip Archangel.
And
but GG to Andy.
Arch is still trying to get this Boo, and Andy has beaten the game. So congratulations to Andy. We now return to Archangel, already in progress, trying to close out this run. And right now the Boo is evading him. Is this the Pipe Room Boo? No, that is not the Pipe Room Boo. That is a fast Boo. 39. He's one more. Where is he gonna get it? And Gore-Tex, too. Guy can't get a break. And that's it.
I'm not sure if Andy is able to join the call or not, but if he can, then...
Here he goes. Where is this Boo gonna come from? Oh, it's the Vanguard Boo. That's the only one he doesn't have yet.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking he already did that. Silly me. Wasn't paying attention.
Hello, Andy. Speak if you want to.
Hey.
Oh, we have the winner of the race joining us.
The winner.
What's up?
How'd you keep your composure after that Boo?
I just didn't really care, I guess. I was kind of really nervous because I don't really like doing racing very often, but I just kind of decided not to care.
Well,
It's the speedrunner's mantra.
What was that?
That's the speedrunner's mantra.
Oh yeah.
Happened. Forget about it.
Yeah.
Best to have a short memory in those type of situations.
Right.
So when the Astro Room Boo got away, what was going through your mind?
That I made a big mistake. I definitely could have avoided that. Getting hit by the bomb. Yeah.
Just happened to run away.
It was partially my fault still, though.
Because you had
yeah.
Go get him right away, or wait till area to grab him, but you decided to get him right away, which I thought was the right call.
Yeah, I didn't really want to wait. That way, if I accidentally went into autopilot, I wouldn't just skip him, you know?
That Boo, that 2 cycle there. No doubt you're getting that 2 cycle, right?
Yeah, no doubt, definitely. Definitely didn't think I'd probably miss him.
Yeah, what, how'd you react after, like, that first bonk out on the spike ball? Because after that, he sort of walked towards you, and you know that, you know, the setup's kind of messed up, so... just to be able to react like that and not panic.
Yeah, that actually happened in my practice, so I was kind of ready for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
because I
Ready for
just
the
did a
backup.
yeah, I just did a run without the timer before an hour or two before, so I was just kind of ready to go for that stuff.
So what's next? Who's do we need the next matchups?
My next matchup.
Something we can investigate here.
I think I'm on against Switch next.
Switch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, is there anything you feel like you need if you're gonna practice anything until your next race?
I'll probably just do runs. Probably not practice anything too specific.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Practicing, yeah.
I'm gonna lose either way against Switch Master, but you know.
Definitely wish you best of luck.
Thanks. I'll need it.
Do your best.
I'll try.
As for anyone that doesn't know, practicing in this game it can be a little tricky because we play the game on the official hardware, which has certain loading and lag. So if you're practicing a room, for example, if you want to do that on the hardware on console, you just walk 2 rooms away and it resets it. Problem with that is that there's many rooms that either trap you in it or can't be reset for whatever reason. So we haven't really got any like save states going on like console yet. I don't know what the status of that is. You know how like Super Mario 64, you have like you press L to like get back to the start of the level, or we don't have anything like that. So to practice something in the game on the hardware can actually be really challenging. If you're just learning the game and you want to save a room on emulator and just get the feel for how the room operates, and especially the bosses, because you don't want to mash through this text like every time you want to practice King Boo or Boolossus, just wait through a cutscene. So there's definitely some merit to practicing on an emulator, but the issue is your muscle memory might get affected because of the way the game loads on a disc. So it's something you definitely want to consider when you're deciding, how am I gonna go about learning or running this game? Like, do I get the stuff on the official hardware and just do runs, like Andy said, he's just gonna do runs to practice, which I think is a good call, or do I just play on emulator and then I can save things and practice things, and if my time ends up getting good enough, then okay, then I'll switch to original hardware and then we'll see. Because if your time isn't a 105 or lower, you don't even need a video, I don't think. So here we go. Final boss. Boozer, not Bowser. Bowser's not in this game.
Interesting strat. Runs very far away.
Going really far away. Almost so far he's gonna jump. Oh my god, that was like max distance. If he's like any further than that, Bowser will jump. He just wants to do it over here.
Not the best first cycle, but not the worst either.
No, he sort of started doing his pumps kind of late. Kind of waited too long, but didn't get freezed. This is definitely an interesting Bowser fight, to say the least. Bowser has a tail whip attack. I didn't even know that until I had my buddy beat this game for me. It took him 6 hours, by the way. So just to put into perspective what these guys are doing, this definitely takes practice. Even if you're just doing a race, on a Sunday afternoon, there isn't just picking up this game and then being able to beat it in an hour. That doesn't just fall in your lap. beating the game normally on normal mansion, just getting through a playthrough, that's going to take a while. Then you gotta get a feel for the game on hidden mansion. So this is a combination of many playthroughs and a lot of hours. These races coming up. Definitely excited for it. And GG, exactly 1:15. I believe that is a personal best. That beats Archangel's submitted PB of 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 21 seconds. So congratulations to Archangel, personal best.
I think
time by a minute and 20 seconds.
I think just the other day you got a 1:13 or something.
Oh.
Yeah, a few people have said that.
Congratulations to beating your submitted time by a minute and 20 seconds.
It means he's getting better.
I can only go with the facts and the data I have in front of me. If you don't submit something or if you have hoarded times, I don't know what
Yeah, technically my actual PB is like 1:04:42, but I didn't submit it because it was so small.
And that's a pretty common occurrence.
Yeah.
If a PB happens, you know, soon after you just got one, or you feel like it wasn't, you know, up to snuff. I mean, it happens all the times, get removed, not submitted. That's just the nature of it.
Yep.
Alright, so wrapping up here, there'll be some more races happening at some point.
I don't think there are any submitted right now, but there should be.
There are none submitted. You are correct. However, for the tournament to proceed, at some point the games must occur, and the races must happen. So,
yes,
that means more content in the future.
This upcoming week is going to be round 2 in the winners bracket, so there should be a whole bunch of races happening soon. So look forward to that.
I still haven't done my race.
I will not be doing a race because my opponent is forfeited.
Definitely a lot to look forward to.
But yeah, for now, that concludes today's race. GG to Andy on the win.
GG's.
He will move up in the winners tournament to go against Switchmaster.